Hello guys and welcome back to our channel Barcaadmirers, and in today's episode we are going to have a look at all the post-game reactions after Barcelona's match against Bayern Munich, as we are going to the Europa League after losing that game. I'm very well aware that all of this feels like a bad dream that we are stuck in, but it's real and official right now that Barcelona have failed to make it out of the Group E in the Champions League, finishing in the third spot behind Benfica. They have qualified for the Europa League knockout stages. What happened in the final match day of the group stage of the Champions League was exactly what we dreaded. We lost 3-0 to Bayern Munich away from home, while Benfica defeated Dinamo Kyiv 2-0 at their home ground. In this current campaign in the Champions League, Barcelona managed to record only 2 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses out of the 6 games that they played in the group stage. The last time the Blaugrana did not make it out of the Champions League group was back in the 2000 to 2001 season. Now it's very clear that a disappointing result like this could not have been achieved without a series of disaster classes put on by our players on the pitch. Out of the 11 men that stepped out there on the pitch in the Allianz Arena, 4 were absolutely horrible on that pitch. Of course, we start off with Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who only gets a 2 out of 10 rating. Although I must admit that ter Stegen did save Barcelona a few times during the game, the second goal that he conceded was an absolute embarrassment. A goalkeeper of his supposed level should not concede shots from that distance, especially the ones that are nowhere near accurate. That was totally down the middle and he should have stopped it. Playing on the right flank, Serginho Dest also gets a 2 out of 10. The American was taken off at halftime and it was completely fair. He was absolutely useless in attack, he missed the only half chance we had created in the whole game, and in defense he was poor and was often getting bypassed. Of course, a list comprising all the poorest performers on the pitch would be totally incomplete without Gerard Piqué featuring in it, and here he is. The veteran, the so-called experienced player, gets a 3 out of 10. We all know it very well that this player is absolutely washed up. In terms of merit, he does not even come close to what's required in the modern day. The only reason why he still gets on that team sheet is simply because 1. He is Catalan and 2. He is a La Masia graduate. Piqué was just too lethargic, too lazy, too sluggish and too inactive for a modern defender. There is absolutely no excuse for him to let Robert Lewandowski cross the ball from that close to the goal. But no, he just stood there and watched the striker ready his pass with perfect accuracy. Finally, there is Oscar Mingueza, who came on to replace Jordi Alba, who also gets a 3 out of 10. Now Mingueza did play out of position and that's fair. However, there were still many flaws about his game. He simply was not as good defensively as he normally is expected to be. He does not have the speed nor the potential awareness to keep level with the Bayern Munich defenders. He was often getting beaten off the dribble and did not contribute up front at all. Having a brief look at the performances of all the other players, we have Clement Lenglet with a 5.5 rating out of 10, Jordi Alba for the limited time that he was on the pitch with a 6.5 out of 10, and Sergio Busquets with a 5. Frankie de Jong once again also gets a 5. Meanwhile, youngster Gavi gets a 6.5, while Dembele also gets a 6.5. Memphis understandably gets a 4, Nico gets a 6, Puig with a 5.5, and Coutinho with a 5.5 out of 10. The players and the fans were of course busy letting out the frustration. Xavi even admitted himself that he feels very much responsible for this situation. However, shockingly, Clement Lenglet was seen laughing alongside Lewandowski as we were eliminated from the Champions League altogether. It seems like not everyone is upset about Barcelona not making it out of the Champions League group stage for the first time in 20 years. At least Clement Lenglet was certainly not, as the Frenchman was pictured laughing alongside Robert Lewandowski after the final whistle of the Bayern Munich game. Quite needless to say, all the Barcelona fans were repulsed by this image and, to be very honest, disgusted by it. There were outcries on all the social media platforms to terminate his contract immediately and to sell him now to get a good defender in January. And for the record, by the way, there is absolutely no relationship between Clement Lenglet and Robert Lewandowski. Not now, nor there has been anything in the past. The two never played together and they do not come from the same country either. Speaking in the post-game press conference, Xavi seemed to be absolutely devastated. He said that Barca simply did not compete in the match. He told the players that today was going to be a new beginning and a turning point. However, they cannot afford to be in the Europa League like this. The manager said that he is angry because this is right now their reality and it pisses him off. He feels responsible for all of this. As far as playing in the Europa League is concerned, Xavi said that now Barca must have to win it. They have to win every game and every title that they still can. He loves this club and there is a feeling of helplessness right now, but they will do everything to bring the old Barcelona back. The manager admitted his surprise. He said that he did expect Barcelona to compete in a different way at least, and now this result is a blow for him as a coach as well. They have to change a lot of things. Also speaking in the post-game press interview, our team captain Sergio Busquets said that this is right now the reality and they are having to play in the Europa League and they have to keep pushing forward. The fans do not deserve this. They are in a tough situation and many factors have led to this. On the other hand, Ronald Araujo said that the objective now is to win the Europa League. They are Barca and they must go on to compete and win it. President Joan Laporta also spoke up on the matter, calling on all the Catalans. He said that now more than ever, they all have to row in the same direction. They will have to work to reverse the sporting and the financial situation. Speaking about finances, it's now being reported by the Catalan media that Barca will lose about 20 million euros, not counting the sponsor bonuses after crashing out of the Champions League group stage. Even Bayern Munich player Thomas Müller, who also scored yesterday, said that Barca simply cannot cope with the intensity at the highest level. Technically and tactically, they have it all, but at the Champions League stage, they cannot match the intensity of the game. And guess what, guys? Müller is absolutely right. Like, look at our lineup. We're still playing with Gerard Piqué. He's now been involved in so many humiliations over the past few years that I cannot even keep track of those. And yet, we have people in our fan base and at the club backing him up. It simply does not make sense that we keep playing the same players despite facing humiliations over and over again. Look at their attitude. It does not matter if the ball is out or not. As a professional player, he keep on playing as long as you don't hear the shrill blast of the referee's whistle. Yet, we literally saw the ball find its way to Jamal Musiala despite being surrounded by yellow shirts who were simply waving their hands and claiming a goal kick. How is that possible? From the physical side, most of our players are like chickens who cannot even stay on their feet or wrestle the ball away from the opposition or even keep it with them for that matter. I've been saying this for a long time now. Simply being technical will not help as football has evolved hugely. The players still need some amount of physical prowess as well. Most of our players, and especially the senior ones, are like the cuckolds. All they have to say after every disappointing result is that they need to accept it and keep pushing forward. Like, what exactly are they pushing for? What's next? The Conference League? We're already going to be playing against code-named clubs in the Europa League on Thursday nights from now on, and they want to push for more. What's up next? The Sunday League? I still have no answer to this. Yes guys, this is in fact a reality and this is happening. It's time we get used to this mediocrity because we're not going to win or perform well unless of course we bring about a total revamp in the structure. It's time Joan Laporta started paying more attention to this.